What's poppin', beautiful people up in YouTube bling? I put the 3G value, feel me? And this vid right here, there is no old Kanye. Now, I understand what he's saying right here, bro. Because if you think about it, every album was a different Kanye. So how can it be an old Kanye? It's just the evolution of Kanye. I know when people say they miss the old Kanye, always they talk about like the introspective Kanye, the Kanye that be talking about like social awareness and all that. But I mean, honestly, it's a little bit of that in almost every album. It's just a lot in the first ones. That's what made me fall in love with Kanye. But I mean, you could find that in a lot of them though. But let's check what he's saying. Let's check what he's saying.
They portray us in the media. If we see a black family, it says they're looting.
George Bush don't care about black people.
For food, and you know it's been 5 days because most of the people are black, and even for me to complain about, I would be a hypocrite because I've tried to turn away from the TV because it's too hard to watch. I've even been shopping before even giving a donation. So now I'm calling my business manager right now to see what is the biggest amount I can give. George Bush doesn't care about black people.
No, you got to show how you look at him.
2004, Kanye West has always been a contrarian. When other rappers were portraying themselves as muscle-bound demigods, he was discussing his insecurities. And when everyone was coveting a new Hummer, Ye was trying to fashion himself a spaceship. Now, when most rappers of his age are trying to work out where they fit in to the modern-day landscape, Ye is looking to gain entry to the Oval Office and has finalized the lucrative multi-year deal with Gap. But while the latter is the conclusion to what he'd been trying to manifest for years, his half-baked volley for the presidency feeds into an idea that's reached the point of cultural cliche. I miss the old Kanye. When surveying Kanye's public life as a whole, it's impossible to say that there haven't been some bizarre detours. From scrap video game projects and rejecting secular music to his inflammatory comments about slavery, it can be difficult to try and reconcile his meltdowns and misfires with the man that would once tenaciously rap at anyone who listened.
This nigga got too much shit on his brain. Like, son, Kanye's mental, bro. Mental process go like this. This is all his thoughts, just scattered, bro. And he try to catch him, like he tried to catch him to make it, but
in the attempt to make him take him seriously. But when you compare and contrast Kanye West, teary-eyed and righteously angry on the Hurricane Katrina telethon, and Candidate West, emotionally recounting the story of almost aborting his daughter, the notion of an old and new Ye begins to evaporate.
You're the only candidate ever to rock security merch. Like what?
As when you boil it down to its core elements, the subject matter may be different, but the drive and sense of urgency behind the words remain the same. Since his early career, the idea of expressing himself as not a want, but a need has always been crucial to wrapping your head around the interchangeable mind of Ye. And as he's weathered PR storm after PR storm, Kanye has had to learn that his right to freedom of speech doesn't necessarily afford him freedom of consequence.
I never had the empathy for people who lacked confidence. I had so much of it. I didn't know what it was like to be without it. It was incredible because it was a forced amount. It was forced humility. Previously, I would have looked at humility as more of a negative thing, but also that humility gave me time to grow.
If anyone other than
I ain't gonna hold you though. I'm proud of Kanye and the fact that he think before he talk now, bro. Before he just talk. Now he be like, I think about the mindset. Before he used to be like, that's that Henny.
Genius uttered those words, you'd likely try to steer clear of that person at all times. But for Kanye, it's almost accepted that he operates on a different plane of consciousness from which he's always managed to enact his dreams. Now, Kanye is only striving to create what he sees as his ideal world, in which free thinking is crucial, and that his achievements in one field mean that he should be looked to as a force for change in all. To see a man that's led by this sort of philosophy even at the end of his rope, you need only look at his infamous interview with Sway.
You got the answers, man.
May have stolen the headlines, but what
it ain't
really
Ralph though.
Was a man that was seeking assistance when his vision began to.
I'm not gonna hold you. This is top 5 of the teens, bro. Like of 2010, 2020, bro. Like the series of events. This, the put some respect on my name. The we gon' find you. I'm trying to think of what else. It's other ones, bro. But this is definitely top 5.
The infrastructure at his disposal.
I'm standing up and I'm telling you,
I'm Warhol.
I am the number one most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney.
Walt Disney. Bro, he be violating, bro. Oh, that ego, man. He got a huge ego, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, man. That's why I love Kanye, bro.
Nike, Google. Now, who's gonna be the Medici family and stand up and let me create more? Or do you want to marginalize me till I'm out of my moment?
Refusing to deviate from the formula when it's that same self-belief that got him there, Kanye's plea for a company to propel his vision is no different than the ferociousness with which he formerly pursued a label. As chronicled on the College Dropout's last call, Ye refused to back down even when everyone informed him that he should remain in his lane as a producer. And here, whether he's fighting against the act of abortion...
I was dead listening to that earlier too, bro. Niggas is like, if his album don't sell, we could just have Cam on it and just say it's the album.
The task of republishing contracts, everything that Kanye does, then, now, and forever, all relates to his perception of himself as a crucial voice. And in a lot of cases, it's the public perception and tolerance of Kanye and his confrontational, erratic behavior that's changed, and not the man himself. For one clear-cut example, this is evidenced in the shift in discourse between him and Drake. Growing up amid Kanye's rise to stardom, the relative music industry novice was once in awe of the Chicago-based artist. Before I met him, I had the utmost respect for Kanye West. He informed MTV in mid-2009. I'd even go as far as to say he's the most influential person as far as a musician that I'd ever had in my life. It's an honor that he's even looking at me as somewhat of an equal, somewhat of a peer.
He found you as a threat.
Do it. Fast forward to 8 years down the line, and Drake would portray Kanye as a conniving man who constructed the entire 2018 Good Music release slate just to detract attention from his album, Scorpion. And whether there's truth to that or not, the concept that he'd have to compete with the protege turned peer plays into one of the aspects of public life that have led Ye to stumble. Between canceling tours, campaigning for likes to be removed from social media, or his many onstage tirades, there's a lot to suggest that Kanye has difficulty shouldering the weight of the life that he's created. As a result, what he intended and what occurs can vary widely. Cited by many as the moment in which the old Kanye began to recede out of view, this idea of Kanye reacting poorly to the demands on eyes gawking at his every move was raised by him in the aftermath of the Taylor Swift.
Sorry, Tay Swift. Beyonce had the best video of all time.
You know, as a human, he said, my message isn't perfectly defined. I have, as a human being, fallen to peer pressure. But in typical Ye fashion, this acknowledgement of his own shortcomings would be short-lived as he proclaimed that the fallout only led me to complete awesomeness at all times. Within that same interview. At 1 minute humbled and then unrepentant all over again, these comments and the apparent lapses in logic between them are wholly unsurprising. In fact, they represent the duality that's come to define Ye to many admirers and enemies alike. And at times, West refused to.
This was the flyest Jesus Christ music video ever. Christian music video.
Mean that people often land somewhere in between the two. I like Kanye. He's a Chicago guy. Smart. He's very talented.
Barack Obama
infamously declared. He is a jackass, Obama continued. But he is talented. Although cynically viewed as someone who sparked controversy for self-serving means, Kanye has always been adamant that he does things with the best of intentions. And once again, This boils down to the position that he, right or wrong, feels he holds as a leader among men. When I did things like the Taylor Swift episode or the George Bush doesn't care about black people moment, it wasn't a matter of being selfish. He wrote in the 2010 self-pen article that was published on Double XL, it's more like I was being selfless, that I would risk everything to express what I felt was the truth. So, no matter how absurd the content of recent rants, such as the Harriet Tubman escapade may be, it's likely that the logic is selfless adherence.
The crazy thing about Kanye though is like that whole freedom of speech thing that he promotes, like free thinking or whatever. Like, I mean, as outlandish as a lot of shit that he say, bro, he give you a chance to like give a conversation at least, you know, cause like, I mean, at least with my friends, or feel me, I converse with them, be like, yo, you heard what this dude said, and then he'd be like, they be like, yo, that's your man. He'd be like, nah, but let's talk about it. You feel me? It gives you engagement. Feel me? It's not just, oh, just take that one side or take that one side. Feel me? So that's how I look at it, bro.
To what's right that Kanye once believed in still holds weight today. Throughout the years, it feels like these moments of risking everything that both he and Leor have alluded to have become more and more commonplace. To the point that for Kanye fans, enjoying his music comes with knowing that you're likely going to be asked to justify your fandom. Seen as sympathetic or repentant in one moment, before he digs himself another hole, the notion of Kanye as a walking contradiction is something that many fans struggle to reconcile with. For those who've been around since his initial trilogy of albums, they're often left to grapple with the idea that someone who's been so instrumental in shaping their world or helping to illuminate their path in life is now lost in his own right. Left to eulogize his mother Donda, rather than celebrate her as he once did on Hey Mama.
I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like, as much of a Kanye fan I am, bro, like his last recent albums is not hitting for me, bro. Like they was alright for me, but like for Kanye, like I don't know. I just put Kanye in a different stature, bro. And like you could tell his mind is like totally beyond like music. Like he thinking everything now, bro. Like,
these fans have grown up alongside Kanye and witnessed every moment of triumph and turmoil, and in doing so, they should have realized that he spelt out his philosophy from the days of graduation, helping on speaking his mind and trying to remake the world in his own image. That iconic chorus of "Wait till I get my money right, then
you can't tell me
nothing,
nothing."
right?" has morphed into a tagline by which every outlandish
excuse me, you say something
can be better understood. But when discussing the idea of old Kanye and new Kanye, or more specific,
I'm not old. You first time I heard that shit, bro, that was like sophomore year of high school, bro. I felt like the shit, bro. I had those glasses too that came with the album, bro. I was I thought I was yay for God it.
The lack thereof. It's telling that the words which best depict his chaotic,
even though those are the show no glasses,
by him, and in fact can be found on J. Cole's False Prophets, a self-professed Kanye fan that even sampled him on his breakout single Workout. Cole took Kanye to task years later on the For Your Eyes Only standout, spitting, "So he grows out of control into the person that he truly was all along. It's starting to show. Damn, wonder what happened. Maybe it's my fault for idolizing based off the words they be rapping." And here, both the hip hop listener and J. Cole's naive sentiments come screeching into focus. When we first encountered Kanye, we projected our hopes and our dreams onto his music. And when his actions started to misalign what we had grown to love about his material, the concept of an old or good Kanye and a new or corrupted Kanye evolved. Yet, no matter what we'd expected of him,
son, it's just, bro, with Kanye, bro, like this nigga, man, he got too much, bro. Like, he's seen too much, my nigga. Like, and he's too real of a person. Like, he a true definition of a Gemini, bro. Feel me? Like, son, like the fact that like he don't even have his mom, bro. Like that, son. Like, granted, like he have a family, whatever, but like whenever, like her birthday, like her death comes around or whatever, or her birthday come around, that's when he really gets out of spiral. You feel me? So
Ye was operating under the same belief in doing what was right for him and the world that he wanted to create since his first burst into the public domain. So, whether you've discredited him once and for all, or still hold out hope for the future, there's only ever been one Kanye. We just assigned expectations to him and his behavior that he was never well equipped enough to, or would have wished to fulfill. This has been a Hip Hop Madness.
That's sad, bro. You just gotta take Kanye with a grain of salt, bro. Granted, yes, the socially conscious Kanye is still there, bro. It's just like warped, bro. Like, feel me? One day, like, he's seeing this, and the next day he sees this. Like, he do something with Jeff Bezos, chilling with Jeff Bezos or whatever. Then next day he's in Chicago in his old hood, and he's seeing stuff. Like, you feel me? Like, it's warped, bro. It's a lot of stuff, son. Like, it's stuff that we don't know, bro. Like, at the end of the day, his music's never gonna be the same, unless what I wish he would have did, which I doubt he probably gonna do now, is like reference stuff from his old, like his old music, cause like it's stuff that he was thinking about in the future. So like if you reference it, that would be so fire, bro. But I mean, I doubt it. Like I said, bro, he always reinventing himself to do something else. So I don't think he would do that. But that would be so dope if he did that, bro. Coming from a OG Kanye fan, bro, like referencing stuff from late registration, bro. Psst, bro, that would be so crazy, son. But it's your boy G up and out of here. Peace.